Alright, in today's video I'm going to be opening and reviewing this Star Wars vintage collection figure. It's Bokatan Kryze, or is it Kryze? I can't remember. From The Mandalorian. She also appears in the Clone Wars. She's played by Katie Sackhoff, who is best known, in my opinion, for her role as Starbuck in the 2003 Battlestar Galactica. Which, if you have not seen it and you like sci-fi stuff, I highly recommend it. In my personal opinion, she's one of the best female hero characters in the show. I've gotten a few people, not in recent times, but back in 2008, I got quite a few people, especially women, interested in the show. So I highly recommend giving it a chance. But before I open that, let's go on to these other things that I want to talk about. Also, if you like this kind of stuff, these things about toys and stuff like that, please like and subscribe. Please leave some comments, just so I have some kind of entertainment throughout my life. It's nice getting a little, likes are cool, but it'd be neat hearing input. But anyway, this is a Star Wars Rebel Fleet set that... Here's the big informative thing, in my opinion. There's this thing called Hasbro Pulse. If you Google it, you should be able to find it. It's a store where you're going to find things that you can't find from anywhere else unless it's someone that has bought it from Hasbro Pulse. So it took forever. It took 2 weeks for it to get to me. It took forever for it to process, and then it's not like your Amazon sort of next day shipping. It took a week to process, then a week to get to me. But let's see here. So that's interesting. They're not even they're just wrapped up in body bags of paper, basically tissue paper. But you get these 4 rebel troopers, and they each come with a blaster helmet and maybe this other device. I'm not sure if they all get them or just this. It might be the commander. I guess I gotta open all these guys now. Let's see here. But the figure itself is nothing crazy because I have seen it before. I even have a couple of them from when they were individuals. But I think this costs $40 for the set. I don't even know if that's where that goes, but I'm going to keep it there just so they're connected. And they are vintage style collection figures, which means they're highly detailed but highly articulated as well. And these guys, you only really see them, well, obviously they're in Rogue One as well, but the original Star Wars Episode 4 in the very beginning scene, which is what I got them for because there's a play set where it's the hallway, and I got one of those, and I'm going to plan to get the second one. I have plenty of stormtroopers, so now with this quick $40 order, I definitely have enough of these Rebel Fleet guys. Some do look differently. I believe there's a dark-skinned soldier. Can't call him African American because I do not. Well, first of all, the character is not African American. He's from Alderaan, I would assume. Africa's not in there, and I don't even know he could be British as far as the actor. Well, I don't think there was a dark-skinned guy in that scene, but this would be the commander, Captain Achilles, I believe. Gets choked out, but I do wish my camera was getting in closer. Maybe it'll look better on the actual video. Oh. And for $40, I mean, I think that's a pretty good deal considering if you found these guys as individuals in stores, if they were made in that way, they'd be $13 each. Yeah. And here we go. He's bald. All right. Not that that matters. He doesn't... I don't know if it's the chin strap was made different. No, it couldn't have been. That would have been even more... Why make a second type of helmet? That is odd. I wonder if it's his bald head is messing it up. Well, let's see if I can switch it out with this one. Yeah, it's a little better. I might have to play around with that. But I'll get their stuff together later because I do not want to eat up a lot of this time just talking about stuff you've already basically seen. And one of these guys I didn't realize is like Asian. So that is cool. Yeah, because nobody wants everybody looking the same. That would be dumb. Then they'd be clones, which they clearly are not supposed to be. But it's a nice handy little box. Oh, and it comes with little rifles in here. Let me get to that in a second. I'm gonna make sure I don't lose these little collar pieces or whatever they are. And one guy doesn't have his blaster on. But you also have these little rifles or carbines. So we'll give this to this guy, which I don't think any of them were using in that scene, but I could very well be mistaken. And besides, maybe the scene I want isn't that scene, but in this case it is. Alright, but I think this is a pretty cool $40 set. The other thing I got off Hasbro Pulse, which this is the main thing I was going for, was this Excalibur set from the X-Men. They're from the 90s. You got Captain Britain here. I don't know if you pronounce it Megan or Megan. I always said Megan, but she's a shapeshifter. She hasn't really been used, as far as I know, since the 90s. And when she was there, she didn't really do much. And most importantly is Kitty Pryde, aka Shadowcat, which it's funny because this had been out for almost a year, I think, or at least 6 months. And as I collect Marvel Legends, especially the X-Men from the 90s or 80s or 70s, and I just Googled because I wanted to know when they were going to make the blue suit Shadowcat, which I equate as her iconic look. I like her black and yellow X-Men uniform, but I mean, to me, this is the character. And then I find out that she's been made, but it was only on Hasbro Pulse at the moment. So I had to this I think was a $60 pack, which is very fair for the price. They're going at $23 each now, so you're paying $20 each for them. But I'm not going to open this yet. I'll review it at some point. I don't want to open it for some reason. But if you're like me and this is like one of your favorite superhero characters of all time and in this look, and you've been waiting for her, and hopefully this video might help you because she's out there, but this is the only way you're going to be able to get her. But hopefully that helps. And I'll show you the box art, which it shows you like the Jim Lee 90s trading cards are used, which I love because I was on the scene when those were new and hot. But yeah, there she is. And there's these other characters, and they talk about them in their little bios. But on to the main event, and I hope that helped. Please let me know if it does. Alright, so I like to keep these vintage cards just because they remind me, like they're supposed to, of what it was like when I was little and you would go to the drugstore or wherever and you'd see all these, I don't know, these photos. Even though this isn't particularly the best, it'd be nicer to see her without her helmet, but I'm sure that would have cost more for her likeness or something. Other ones from this particular set are Lobot, the Ugnaught from Mandalorian Season 1, what was his name that played it? He was from 48, Nick Nolte. Bib Fortuna, and this guy that Horatio Sands from Saturday Night Live played him. Thrall. He's the guy that the Mandalorian first arrests or takes into custody in the very first scene of the show. IG-11. It's the Rebel Soldier, and the one I've got in Lando. Of these, the only one I've seen in stores is Lando. I didn't even know if he came from this set. In fact, I didn't even know that she was out there until a friend showed me that Baby Yoda in Vintage Collection was on Amazon. And in the course of that, I discovered she was on there and then immediately ordered her. I think I paid like $12 for each of them. And yeah, so they're on Amazon. If you've been waiting to find these guys in Target or something, don't waste your time. You may as well just order them off Amazon. If you're a Prime member, certainly should. She got to me the next day. But let's get on to the review. So let's see here. Yeah, like the day of going to, if you go to Walmart and you run into this stuff, then you lucked out. But Amazon is the easier option, in my opinion. Not to mention, like the Marvel Legends figures that are like $23 in store. Like, it's exciting when you get to see the wave for the first time and they're brand new. But most of them, like there's the Doctor Strange wave I saw people were grabbing up at first. And I myself almost got tempted to, but in 3 months or something, those things are going to be at least $20 or less, maybe $15 or $13. I'm not spending $23 for characters I don't really care about. Alright, so first, her little jetpack does come off. There's a... and you can pop it back on. Alright, so she does come with her two blasters. Gosh, hopefully that's getting in there well. And she's got holsters, which is where we're going to put them so that they don't get messed up. Or lost, I should say. They're not really going to get messed up. And then there's her helmet. Maybe my backdrop is not the best with its black and white and blue with this figure. Alright, so let's start with the bottom. The ankles go forward and back, and they rock a little. The knees, and then you got of course, your like hip, leg, actual connected to pelvis area. There's like this ab torso twist area, which the way her belt and everything works, you don't need her to do much more. Although I think she may even move at the waist. It's hard to tell because of all the stuff they've got going on up there. And you got your arm. Now her shoulder plating or armor blocks it a little bit, but it's there like a standard figure. You got your elbows. Your wrists twist around, and I think that's it. I don't think they can go forward and backward, which is fine. Of course, you can hold her pistols if she needs to. And then her face. It does, to me, look a lot like the actress. And, of course, you can... Well, maybe you can't pop it off. I'm not going to pop it off because I'm going to keep this head on this figure. Oh, so wait. You can't just slide the helmet off. So you do have to pop it off. And then that's interesting that they went this way. I would have thought, I don't know, there's like this peg or whatever that you have to implant in the throat. Oh, alright, so that's a tough call. Now I don't know if I want the face shown or the mask. Darn, it's almost like maybe you'd want to buy two of these. But I don't know. I think this is a really cool figure, and I like this character and actress a lot. So I highly recommend it. If you didn't know she's on Amazon, then hopefully this helped you. Please let me know if it did. Alright. Thanks for watching, and hopefully all these Rebel Troopers may have helped you. And now, here's something I'm noticing. The size difference is a bit, I don't know. Maybe these guys are jacked and she's a slight figure. I don't know. Sometimes that is a little bit of an issue. Let me see here. I guess it's not unrealistic. You tell me. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day.